it's Wrestling Hero Figs. We're going to have the AEW Series 4, as well as some leak for upcoming ringside exclusives. We're going to go ahead and break it all down, you guys. We're going to get straight into it, because here we have it before you. We have Ortiz, Santana, Cody, Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, Matt Hardy, and I know Kenny's looking a little bit sketchy, but just work with me, man. Some of the images that don't come through, we make them work, but that's all good, and this is a pretty good stacks line. Now, if you guys didn't see it, it did go live about a couple of weeks, and some of them were, at least the first series has already gone on back order. So if you guys don't want to miss out when they finally start hitting, I'm gonna highly recommend it. Hit the link in the description below. Discount code HERO is gonna save you 10%. There is gonna be 2 run and chase within the series. Cody Rhodes being one of them, and go figure, right? We got him as the chase in a prior set, and then we're also gonna have Matt Hardy. I'll show you the regular version first, and then we'll get into the chase, because the regular is kind of almost tie in right there, right alongside. Had they actually released it within the Mattel figure line, this is kind of what we were looking for an upcoming gear. How well is it holding up to the expectation? Yes! Delete, 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 because they're deleting so many different choices and options for the interchangeable hands, as well as an upgrade right there, right alongside with the drone and the hieroglyphic image too. I'm definitely picking up the fact that they went ahead and gave it a surrounding, give it like that true, when a hieroglyphic image, it doesn't just appear as a flat thing, right? Kind of like what Mattel did. No, it's going to be a whole 360 coming all the way around, inserting it to the re-release Hero Fix. It can't be a release if it's wicked cool toys and Mattel did it before. Look, all I'm saying is that I'm seeing some upgrades right here. When the attempt is made, and again, once we actually get full-on unboxing images, turn on that notification, man. Come join this gang. Hit the like button if you guys want to get through the full series, because we've only cracked the surface. Getting into my personal favorite, Kenny Omega, the V-trigger, all the little stuff that's going to tell you as to what's going to happen at the end of the match. It's going to be portrayed perfectly, man. This is the best Kenny Omega yet, and I can tell you this right now, even though we haven't gotten it, I can tell you all the stuff we've seen so far, it's looking clean. Look at the tights, you guys, that shine. You rarely ever see it. Anytime we have any kind of gear or attire alongside that could be put in and demonstrated the way that Jazzwares did, we never get it. So we're definitely giving a huge thumbs up right there as far as execution on point, because those colors, dude, I don't know if it's like because it's cost or what the reason is, but they usually try to avoid those, and the fact that they're bringing it right out the gate in Series 4, Kenny Omega is going to be that one-winged angel that we never got, and on the back of the jacket, you have to have it. You can't be calling that, you can't be doing the finisher if you ain't coming down the rampway in the appropriate way. So Kenny, I'm going to tell you, oof, it's going to be a fight between him, and once we get further in, because Sammy Guevara is another one, and I'm going to tell you this, that whole circle, it's not going to be a circle until Hero Figs gets his hands on it, gets it reviewed, and that's why we got to be dropping them likes, man. We need to discuss of how this is all going to play out, because you know that he's making that sign. He already wrote it out. Like before we even discussed this was already into play, and he said, yo, hit me up, man. You want to talk to WHF? He's got sauce. You want to bring it? He has it. And if you don't got it, he's going to tell you exactly where to get it. Of course, man, ringside, hit that link, my boys. It's that code HERO that we all love, and coming out the top, let's go. There's the full set on the back, dude. Ah, dude, so cool. Now, Puerto Rican flag, that's something that also needs to be discussed. But before we get into that, we need to talk about Cody, because apparently he wants to call himself the Throne Breaker. And how do you do it? Well, you do multiple releases. You just can't be coming out on Series 1. No, you got to make it as an exclusive 2-pack. Let's talk about the Blood Brothers. Let's talk about the one that we'll get into in just a sec. So, a lot of releases. I'm already telling you this right now. This might be like the Ray or John Cena in the Mattel Figgy game. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I can tell you, Toy Addict, yes, all of his gears, I can definitely tell you I'm a huge fan of all of them. But at the same time, like, let's get the freaking Lucha Bros first. Where the heck is my, look, I'm just saying from personal, like anybody that collects the Figgy game, everybody will tell you, Hero Fix, we want those options. We don't just want to keep getting re-releases. As much as we might want to see them in those gears, give it a bit. Give it at least like 2 or 3 series in between. Don't keep pumping them out the way that they are. So how do I feel about it? Again, it's going to be that throne that's going to determine of whether or not Cody or Santana, and we ain't practicing Santeria. We're actually going to be talking about the PR, and it is the first time. And I'm not just saying like in Jack's history and freaking, I'm talking about Figgy history in the making right now with this figure release. series. People wanted it. We're gonna get it. And the cool thing about this too is the fact that you can remove it. You don't have to necessarily have it on throughout entire the duration of the match, but what you could do is change the game. Maybe you don't want to be the one-eyed bandit that day. Maybe you want to be able to see in its entirety, and the only way to do so, man, is open up the eyes, my bro. So there it is. PR flag for those that were waiting. We're getting it right now. Ortiz too, another man with options. He says, Hero Fix, I want to have the fro. I want to make sure that everybody's breathing good. You got to be able to get it all pumped up. And if you don't, then what are you going to do? Is it going to be a bad hair day or will it be a good hair day? I think it's so far. You guys, if you're on here right now this far, you already know we're having a good time. And he's still confused. He's like, Hero Fix, let's see what it looks like when we put on the bandana. Well, there it is. If you were curious, now you got your answer, my boys. For the alternate attire, Matt Hardy, and you thought I forgot. No. I wanted to go ahead. Gotta leave you hanging at some point, right? So I want to discuss about this gear because it's nice to see the fact that it is very distinguishable from the very primary. Like usually any chase, it just gets like a simple repaint, but the fact that we're going to be getting him with the all black, I mean, this jacket, it is a freaking gem. So if it is, let's go ahead and say it's 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 500. It's going to be a tough one, my bros. I personally do not own a lot of those figures, those chase exclusives. So getting this and adding this one more edition, it's highly unlikely, but still nice to see. Getting into the upcoming ringside exclusive, and yes, shout out to Unstable 1047 because he has pieced it all together. He said, thank you, nah, I appreciate you, my bro, because TNT, this is going to be the highlight, and it is exclusive, so the fact that it's going to be available to pretty much everybody, assuming that you jump out the gate, you should be able to get it. Now, if you haven't picked it up, just know this, right? It's not available yet, man. Once it does go live, that's why you got to go follow me on Instagram. Go ahead and do it right now while you guys are chilling and waiting as to see if we are going to be excited to see the release of multiple freaking Cody Rhodes. Come on, my bro. Give us the TNT. I would have actually preferred to see this, and I'm just talking about Brody because Mr. Lee, he was an icon. He was the champ, so I think the debut would have been appropriate had we gotten it with him instead of Cody. And again, not that I am bashing, I'm just saying that would have been a great moment to commemorate the man and another one. See what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep on showing you another Cody Rhodes, and who knows, maybe after this, you'll finally come to terms that, you're right, maybe Hero Fix, I think you've gotten your point pretty clear. You like him, but at the same time, you want to see the rest of the roster, because we've only seen a small handful. As far as AEW right now in Figgy form, we have a small hand in Cody. He apparently wants to take the whole throne on that. Now, getting into some Mattel, we did see Chelsea Green for the upcoming Figgy, and I do like it. I think the chase, it's looking pretty strong. The purple, it's always worked with all lights. It's one of those colors that just really resonates. It's a memorable gear. Give me your thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel about today's. Look, AEW is doing something good. I do like what they're doing. I think Series 4 should do just as well as the prior releases, but again, I don't want to go ahead and dissect, but I'm going to tell you that Cody needs to step out of the realm, at least for 2, maybe even 3 series before we get some more guys back into the game. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.